be y'all, and we're live. How the fuck's everyone doing? It's Neighborhood Jesus. The monster has arose. Behind me, you'll see pressure washers here. Now, I got a funny story for you guys. When you get in here, Amazon's pretty fucking silly. Wait for some people to get in here. The usual, you know. All right, let's see if any notifications are going out. I don't think they are, because YouTube's real cool like that. Dude, Amazon's hilarious. All right, so clearly the pressure on anyone that's here. It says there's one on the head count. You're a lurking motherfucker, whoever you are. The package was supposed to get here yesterday, right? It said 3 to 5 p.m., then 4 p.m. comes, and it's like 5 to 8. 5 p.m. comes, it's like 8:30 to 10. So then I call them up. I'm like, is this package ever going to fucking get here? It says it's going to be here by 8:30 to 10 o'clock at night. And she's like, all right, I'm digging into it. Unfortunately, it's still at the carrier. I'm like, that's not possible. I was like, it's been out for delivery since 11:30 this morning. I was like, you guys need to get your fucking shit together. I've been waiting around all day for this motherfucker. You kidding me, right? And she's like, unfortunately, sometimes these things happen. As a token of our apology, here's a $5 gift card promo. I was like, fucking keep it. Like, you're trying to tell me waiting around all day being inconvenienced is worth $5? Fuck out of here. I waited around from 11:30 till almost 10 o'clock at night. The fuck's wrong with you? Should be $5 an hour. Should be giving my money back. So then, right as she says that, I hear ding, fucking doorbell, bro. Seriously. So Amazon doesn't even they can't even keep a tally of what their drivers are doing. You know what I mean? That's the funniest part. She literally said, it's at the carrier. No, it's not. It's out for delivery. I can tell you that much. Like, what are you doing? She must have looked at the wrong shit or something. I don't know, guys. But other than that, it's a pretty... I put it together last night. It was a little bit of a bitch to put together last night. But it's a pretty nice pressure washer for the $150. I mean, it's got metal fittings, like Kev was saying, like cheap ass plastic fittings and shit. There ain't really much plastic fittings on there, you know? Except for the actual fittings, O-ring fittings are all brass, which is good. But hose quality looks good, you know? It's got, the soap tanks, and I figured out how that shit works. Basically how it works, you got 2 tanks. 12 o'clock is off, like no soap. To the left is full blast on the one tank. To the right is full blast on the right, the other tank. And you can feather it off and shit like that. I don't know how that thing's gonna work because I might need to get a foam cannon to just put on the end of it. So Not too sure on that one, guys. Not too sure on that one. True story. But yeah, but the Assemble didn't here last night because it was so late, and I was like, dude, I don't feel like going out in the garage. It's hot as balls out there. So I brought that big ass box upstairs and fucking assembled it up here in nice AC. And I filmed unboxing and assembling it, and then in a natural fashion, the camera, Sony being the fucking great company it is with their digital SLR cameras, makes the camera's video recording cut off after X amount of time, like 20, 21 minutes or whatever it is. I'm getting tired of that shit. Guys, honestly, I like the A6300, but there's aspects I don't like about it at all. One, the onboard LCD screen is broken, right? And I got to use this giant fucking 7-inch monitor. It's not so much that I care about using the monitor. It's that if you want to take it on or put it off, it's a nightmare. It's like, you're threading on fucking adapters on the cage and having to plug up HDMI cables. It's kind of annoying, What's up, Fry? Be y'all just checking in. Camber gang in the house. What's up, Honda, man? And I swear, if I hear one "you have red hair" comment, I'm gonna fucking smack the shit out you. River Jesus is gonna drown you in it. Fry, these two, this motherfucker and Chris Ramirez think I have red hair. That shit is funny as fuck. But yeah, there it is. This man said, "Jesus, the redhead river, motherfucker. You trying to lose that blue wrench? I'll put your ass in timeout. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. You old blue car driving motherfucker. Your shit is blue as fuck. That shit is Smurf blue." On a man, that's on the level like if you called Shaquille O'Neal a midget. This fucking hair is goddamn brown. Brown, Dave. That's some fucked up hair right there. Aside from color. Put my beanie back on. What's going on? Just roasting you. That's all. Waking up, about to give this pressure washer a test run, see if it's any good. Fucking yeah, that's about it, honestly. I got the filters for the camera, and I gotta say these are probably the worst. I'm not gonna say they're useless, but they kind of are useless. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this or not. And like, keep in mind, this shit was like $13, so you really get what you pay for. But and you guys don't know what a starburst filter is. In photography, a starburst filter, you have like 4, 6, or 8-point starburst filters. What they do, any light source, like let's say a 4-point starburst, it's gonna make the light source look like it has like 4 trails, like a starburst. You know what I mean? It's gonna make it look pretty crazy. Usually, the good ones do, at least. Now, this one, on the other hand, is so fucking... I tried it out, and it's so fucking minimal, you can't even tell there's a starburst effect. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. Oh, you are. All right, so let's see. You see how the lens has like that webbing, like there's lines on it? Hey, it's pretty crazy. Hey, that's pretty good. But it's got those lines on it. So when you put it at a light source, it diffuses it. You know what I'm saying? It cuts in it and makes it like have like this effect. but it's so fucking minimal that there's really no point. Like, if you want to see one that looks really good, like a really good effect, you probably got to spend upwards of, I'd say $50 to $100 per lens, you know? Like these shits, I got 3 of these, a 4, 6, and an 8, and a little case. It was like $13. And the only problem I'd say, other than they're mad fucking minimal, see, like this one looks like, and mine the smudges. I think this is the 8. I can't get it. I can't do it, Dave. Hey, that's pretty trippy looking. But you get what you pay for, guys. You know, some things you get what you pay for. Honda Man says, haha, I always wear a hat or a cap. Yeah, it's because you got some fucked up hair under there. I'm done being nice. I don't know if I was ever nice. What's up, Monkey Rich? How you doing, man? How the fuck are you? I got the he says fuck being nice. It's no fun. Yeah, you know. Fucking yo, send me your gamer tag on PlayStation. I'll add you. I'll add you later or something. What games do you play on there? Me and one of my other subscribers, we were talking about it. Fucking PlayStation, like people are like, oh, games. I'm a grown man. What the fuck are you doing on there? Essentially, fucking PlayStation is almost just like kicking it. Like, yeah, you're playing a game, but it's more like you get in a chat party, shoot shit, talk about music, cars, life. Like, it's pretty much like hanging out. It's like the equivalent in 2020 of hanging out. So fucking weird. Like, you used to go over to your friend's house or something like that in town, drink some beers, smoke some bowls, work on a car. It's like, nah. Nowadays, it's so fucking weird, man. Well, your interest says I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you? Waking up, man. Waking up. Fucking waking up at the crack of noon. Pulling a fucking Tenacious D. Oh shit, I forgot to send that. I haven't been playing much lately. Yeah, I do a lot more chatting. I met one of my best friends doing video chats playing Mag on PS3. Dude, crazy thing was I never had a PS3. I had the original PlayStation, PS2, and then PS3 came out right when I was like, you know, the high school years, you know. High school years, I couldn't give a fuck about video games. I was skating around, fucking smoking tons of weed, chasing girls around, driving cars. Like, PS3 was neglected. My PSN is Danklin. Anyone can add me. Trying to get caught up on Borderlands 3. Dead Cells, random, whatever that comes out. Yeah, fucking. I don't know if you ever played Skate 3 on PS3. I never really played that unless somebody else had a PS3. I was like, oh shit, that game was hard as fuck. They just fucking released yesterday Skater XL, which is essentially a Skate 3 knockoff, and that shit is mad fun. I was playing that shit for several hours last night. What's up, Tommy Lou? How you doing? You're making me feel old. How old are you? Shit, I'm almost 32, man. I'll be 32 in a couple months, man. So weird. I don't feel 32 at all. I feel 12. Not a day over 12. I was growing herb and playing PS3 like nonstop when it first came out. I'm 37, right? I'm stuck at 16. Damn, you definitely don't look 37. I checked out your video channel the other day. Fucking yeah, you don't look like you're 37. You look like you're like late 20s, early 30s, like maybe around the same age as me. Man, your fucking garage has got all kinds of shit going on in it. I was looking at your video where you're like talking about the Miata and the trucks or whatever. And fucking, I was like, dude, this man's got a welder. He's got, look at all this shit in here. He's got all kinds of shit everywhere. Now that's a garage. That Cherokee blood, homie. I'm half native. There you go. Don't you love it when you just like pull a handful of cigarette tubes? And I already smoked one. So I got my other 9, but I didn't count them out. And I grabbed exactly 9. It's almost like if you were weighing out a bag, somebody wants a gram, pull out a nugget, you put it on the scale, and that shit says 0.9 or 1.0. You're like, yeah, that's right. Eyeball it. Haha, yeah, I've got like 13 vehicles at the moment trying to buy a Del Sol. Dude, a clean Del Sol unmolested, that's like caviar. I've been looking too, because I feel like a Del Sol would be, I don't feel like I'd fit in it real well, because I don't fit in an S2000. I can barely drive an S2000. That's a nightmare. A Miata I can fit in. A Miata that's the funniest part. The new Miatas, I can fit in that all day. That shit is roomy, you know? Like not the convertible one with the coupe one, you know, the hard top one or whatever the fuck it is. That one fit in. There's tons of leg room in that motherfucker. But the S2000's real cramped. I tried fitting in a Honda Beat. That is like, that would never happen. A Honda Beat that'd be a death trap for me. If I got in a wreck, dude, I'm pretty sure my legs would get cut off. It's pretty easy to find one out here west. I want a mid-engine swap one. Never sat in a Del Sol though. Are they small? Yeah, see, that's the problem. I've never sat in one either. But from what I've been told, like it's smaller cockpit than a S2000. So it's like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time. Did you get a chance to see my J-Swap Forcer? No, I didn't. I'm going to check that out. That sounds interesting. Tommy Lou says, what the fuck is the story behind the Del Sol? What, like Honda's rationale for making it? That's a really good question. Because, see, in high school, I used to roast on Del Sols. I'm not even going to lie. I wasn't always like a Honda enthusiast at heart. You know, I think I started out like some people start out. You happen to own an Acura RSX. You're not really. I mean, I thought the S2000 was badass. I thought the NSX was badass. I thought that 2000 Civic Si, the Electron Blue Pearl one, was pretty badass. You know, stuff like that. But I used to always kind of rip on Del Sols, like that thing's fucking ugly, or that thing's a girl's car. That thing's slow, lawnmower engine. You know, all the typical banter. But dude, I actually like they've. The only reason I want one is convertible might make me try Ein. Not sure what that means. Finally got enough saved up for the OEM or the AEM plug and play. I took apart a couple Acura CLs, and the auto harness can use the AEM plug and play ECU, and then it's fucking, dude, that's crazy. No adapter harness needed on a. When you say AEM plug and play, you talking about Affinity, like V1 or V2? That's fucked. Let's see. Damn, my shit's all glitchy. My friend owns an Evo X and he just got a Del Sol, 2 opposite worlds. Yeah, fucking Evos, man. I don't know. I feel like between the two, what's up with my computer? Why is it like, is it freezing for you guys, or is my shit just acting funky? Let's see. Forrester. Damn, you got a lot of videos. Oh, damn, you play music too. Hold on. Everything gets outweighed by music. It says hashtag Dimebag winning. Get it? Is my shit quiet or? He's got the camo Randall. What's that, Dean? It's like a Dean Explorer. Chug it. Is that a pedal or is that a fucking onboard distortion on the Randall? That fucking winning. Now I need to order the 04 STI drivetrain on a pallet and swap it into Forester and then twin turbo the J series. Dude, with all the controversy around J spec, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. But if you're like looking for Subaru parts, might want to hit them up because they do ship. Because they're all about some Subaru shit. They have more Subaru shit than anything. That's a Dimebag Randall WH40 Super Air, and that's 2 amps together. MG Marshall MD MG100 DFX and the WH40 with a slight delay to the WH40, no pedals. Gotcha. Yeah, I was asking about the distortion because like my I got my Roland JC120 prototype head. This is before they made them into combo amps. I scored this for $400, dude. This thing's worth like $2,000. Fucking $2,000. And fucking the distortion on it is probably like the Achilles heel. It sounds I don't even know the word. Just not good. You got to crank it to 10 to get any distortion out of it. I don't know if something's wrong with it, but if you turn it off and then plug in an effects a bypass switcher, like an on-off switch, you can use it as a boost pedal, which is what I use it for. But yeah, then everything else, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not. Everything else I use is, man, fuck my life. That's my rig. I got the rig, Dave. Got the Morley slimline Chrome Noir, the fucking 3.0 flanger, the hot cake, little Boss DD6, little Digitech multiplay, some loopers, the GT6 unit, you know, the same, the good shit. Dude, I don't even really consider myself a guitar player. I consider myself a fucking nerd, a pedal nerd. It's from the Marshall, and I use slight gain boost on the Randall from the post amp signal out of the Marshall. You have that same pressure washer? Am I in store for a good time, or does it suck? Should I just take it apart and send it back right off the rip? That's badass. I really need to get on my pedals. I did pull out the WH4 whammy out after we talked the other day. Dude, honestly, I sold mine because I bought it for such a good deal used. I bought it for like $50 and I turned around and sold it for like 120. And my M13 unit can do pitch shifting. So that was my rationale behind selling it. But it was such a cool noisemaker because like you could have a loop in front of it or behind it before it. And then like, you could have like drums going through something like a looper. Then you could like turn on the whammy and like kind of like almost like tether the modes like 2 octaves up, 2 octaves down, make it sound really fucking trippy. Tommy Luce is a composer. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I would consider myself a composer to a degree. I don't know. I've recorded a lot of albums. And like most people probably don't even think they're not the like, it's not like a fucking, like a Motorhead album or a fucking Coldplay album or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I almost think of it as like a sound journey. Like it has composition to it, but it has more improvisation and like, it's in the moment type shit. It's like all about the now. I mean, some of my albums have been rehearsed material, but very few of them, honestly. Because I like the challenge of it's like almost like playing a live show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's say you have rehearsed material, you hear something in your head, but when you play it live, you have to get it right. So imagine if you never practiced it before. It's kind of like that theory. I've had mine for about 12 to 13 years now. Danelectro Stereo, of course, DoD grunge pedal. Super underrated. Dude, all the Digitech, see, DoD and Digitech, those are the same people. Like Billy and Tom Graham. That's DoD and Digitech are the same thing. They just turned into Digitech basically. So like this fucking multi-play thing I have, that is one of my favorite pedals of all time. It's like a delay pedal, but it has this infinite repeat thing you can do. And it's so fucking strange. I remember the first time I heard the bass player of the Mars Volta when I saw him live, like he'd be like bam, 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 and he'd hit it and it'd be like bam, 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 doing all this crazy shit. And I was like, what kind of delay pedal is that? I was like, what is that? And I got to meet him after the show. I was like, Juan, you're a fucking force of nature. I was like, what is that? You're stomping on some pedal when you play your fucking lick, and then it starts going like acid mode. I was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, it's the Digitech Multiplay. It's like my favorite pedal. I was like, dude, it's like my favorite pedal now. I was like, I want to get one of those. I have 2 of them. I have one that needs a capacitor and a switch, but it's still good. If I had 2 of those, man, that'd be nuts. But yeah, DoD, man, they're super underrated. Those dudes know how to build some crazy shit. I think if I could get one pedal that's mad expensive, I mean, like they're getting up there like $600 to $1,000. The Digitech Space Station, that thing has so much in it. I started playing 1996, I think maybe 1998 at the latest. I miss my legit old green small stone phaser. So many acid trips in that pedal in the late 90s. Right? Dude, Electro Harmonix, I mean, I've had my fair share of Electro Harmonix pedals. Surprisingly, I don't have any anymore, They all kind of like went out of circulation. I had a Holy Grail Reverb. That fucker took a shit. We did buy it used though, me and my bandmate. That thing sounded so good. And then I've had Memory Man. I've had Big Muff. I've had trying to think of anything else. I feel like I'm missing like a vital one. I can't remember the fuck. Can't remember which ones I've had, honestly, but I've had a bunch of them. Small Stone Phaser, Philosopher's Tone. There's been quite a few of them. I want to get a Roland RP300. Dime did the entire last Pantera album with a 2x2 Warhead combo amp. Oh, that's what WH stands for. I was wondering what WH stands for. That's literally it. The RP300. Can't face the name. You're talking about the Digitech RP. Yeah, I was like RP300 sounds so familiar. Yeah, like the fucking what's it called? The fucking like gray and purple plastic one or whatever the fuck. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that thing looks like the whammy pedal, but it's got three fucking little plastic switches. Oh yeah, no, you're all good. As soon as I saw RP300, it made me think of Digitech. I was like, I think he's talking about Digitech. I was like, Roland RP300. I was like, what is that? Fancy Digitech? See, now I got sidetracked on music. I didn't even look at the Forester. I probably get, I'm going to your channel, type in Forester. Did I spell Forester wrong? Hey, there we go. World's first Subaru Forester Honda V6 J Series. A dream becomes a reality. That's right.
You guys. I'm so excited. Okay, normally I would get my hair all tucked back and get ready.
Tuck it, brother.
No, I want to share this exciting moment with you guys. It's in. It's good. It clears. We are a go to put a motor in today.
You should have pulled a super bad McLovin and be like, oh God, oh my God, it's in.
It's definitely not going to be on its own, but we can bolt it in. We've got enough hardware that we can attach it and see how it sits. I bet I could probably get some blocks and some jack stands. We can find a way to maybe sit it in there. But really, I
always end up talking about music and pew-pews. Dude, that's another thing too, man. I feel like that's an avenue that's gonna stifle me with the way things are going. It's time to build an arsenal, guys.
Grab that. And then we have our custom J Series lift plate. So we can use that to grab it. And we can equalize because we've got the holes there. Yeah, I definitely planned for this day. Dude, I'm so excited.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Oh my God, you guys, it's so cool. So cool. Anyone who's
What's up, Baldo? Yo, your boy got a megaphone RR. We're gonna call it the megaphone now. Just bought a new rifle, Savage model, 110 and 300 Win Mag. Savage model 110. That's like a fucking sniper rifle, am I right? That's like a military grade sniper rifle, if I remember correctly.
I hadn't really done anything about it yet. There was still a lot of random crap I was going through to figure out. Sourcing the motor, getting the cars. If you look at the very first J Series that I pulled, that was the green Acura. Or the
reach out and touch a motherfucker. Yeah, that's a sniper rifle. That's like a military grade sniper rifle.
Stuff happened, I want to say February or March. So
I hunt a lot. Arizona's a hardcore 2A state. Yep, 1,200 yards of shut the fuck up.
All the way around. A lot of people might say, okay, but the bushings. Well, this is a solid mount now. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tactical Model 2 thread. So you can disassemble it really easy. Nice.
On the other side, I did the same thing. I'll take that out and I'll go back and show you the footage. It's pretty far back, but before, that's actually how I broke the vise, was making that solid. So
Damn, you got all kinds of hardware in your garage. You got the fucking drill press. You got the vise. You got all the good shit. The welder.
And I believe this one as well.
Need to step up my see, I plan out the garage in my head. I'm like, you know, if all these boxes on the left side of the garage weren't here, all this shit, had tons of room for machinery.
I have to go back and look. I know the bigger one, I just custom that actually worked out really, really well. But this is solid. See, that's the most it'll move. Okay. And you can hear the trans in the back. And that's how solid that thing is. It's basically the pitch stop mount is now a complete anchor for the trans.
So in a Forester, when you J swap it, you have to run the J series ECU, or do you have to just run like do you have to run something like custom, like an Infinity or something?
I like poly mounts. I like to feel the vehicle. I don't have a problem feeling the road when I drive on it. Usually, like in this car, I've got my 212 sitting in the back. The subs will be going enough that you won't hear the MDH, and you won't feel the road, or you're just gonna feel because it's a competition 212 setup. I mean,
I'm a mechanic by trade. Used to build custom hot rods and shit. Last employee burnt down the shop, and I got depressed and stopped. If it wasn't for Brent at PFI Speed, I'd had all but given up on life. Damn, that's fucked, dude. So like you owned your own shop and one of your employees fucked up and burned down the shop, dude. Man, that would be unreal, dude. Losing your shop. I can trick the stock J30 auto ECU into running the Subaru. Gotcha. So yeah, you'd run a J30 fucking ECU. I didn't know about the transmission, about the gear ratios and stuff, if the speedo would be off or whatever.
Man, all right, cool. I'm gonna get to work. We'll be back shortly.
Man, that's badass. I can tell how excited you are in the video. Like, man, that's some different shit. A J series with a Subaru transmission. Hey man, you only got 5 flywheel bolts on. What the fuck? He said it's enough. It'll hold. Yo, is that an engine stand you made, or is that one of those Vane engine stands? Man, because if you made that engine stand, that shit looks just as good, if not better quality than the Vane engine stands. Those fuckers want a ton of money for those fucking things. Bro, it's my daughter's bio father too. I was paying that motherfucker's rent and keeping him afloat, so she didn't have a deadbeat dad. Then he fucked me by burning the damn shop down with a built LQ stroke to a 6.2 liter in high comp. Needless to say, he disappeared after that day. Haven't seen him yet. I had Chris at Vane make it for me. I thought so. I was like, oh, the powder coating looks like the same. Yeah, I always think about those Vane engine stands are like the creepers and stuff. If I had a welder, I'd do it myself. I'd weld it myself. It probably wouldn't look as good, but, you know, still be an engine stand. Drum and bass, drum and bass.
I just got an IFO from the boys themselves. Actually, great.
Yeah, I've known Chris since he started that company, maybe a few months after he created it. That stand is fucking badass. This swap wouldn't have been possible without him. Gangster. Dude, that's such a trip, man. That's so much work. Swapping in engines to chassis that it's not designated for, that's some shit. Also, I made all that music you hear usually 10 to 15 minutes before uploading. Launchpad's fun. Oh, dude, Launchpad, Novation Launchpad. Oh, man. I need to get me one of those. We used to have one back in the day, but I don't fucking have one anymore. I have the MP. Well, the MPD's over there, but I have an MPD 26 and I have that up to FL Studio so I can do similar things, but like the Launchpad, that would be really great with Logic Pro and the ESX sampler. Aldo says, "What you doing today?" Fucking giving this pressure washer a test run. Oh, monkey wrench and fucking the soap tanks. You know, like how you got the soap tanks and the soap nozzle. Is that as good as having a foam cannon, or you think you should still just run it without the soap tanks and then put a wand? I mean, put a foam cannon on the end of the wand, like, you know. I don't know which is going to be better if these soap tanks actually do a good job. And can you just put normal car wash in these detergent tanks? Because they were like saying on the description, they were like, make sure it's pressure washing soap. I was like, is there such a thing? Car wash is car wash. What the fuck?
Well, I don't know what's happening here. If maybe I didn't go in the threads enough, or what's happening, because it's sticking out that much, and that one is shorter than this one.
He says, I actually, thanks for the compliments. Really appreciate it. That swap means a lot to me. Last time I drove that Subaru, I put my 13-year-old pup down. Car rod knocked the next fucking day. My life is gnarly. Dude, that sucks. What made it rod knock? Aldo says, yeah, I have a foam cannon. Yeah, I have a foam cannon, but it's for a garden hose attachment. I don't know if that's gonna, if I'm gonna need a special fitting or something like that. You know what I mean? Trying to think if anybody around here sells a pressure washing, you know, foam cannon. He says, being a damn EJ25, fuck that engine. Yeah, they have their issues. I remember my buddy that I used to work with at Riley, he was like, man, you gonna come over, man, work on the Saturn with me? And I was like, dude, I'm a Honda guy. I don't fucking work on Saturns. He's like I said, you gonna come over and work on the Saturn with me? I was like, dude, I don't know anything about a Saturn. The fuck? He's like, oh man, you don't know. He's like, you don't know. He pops the hood. Shit's got a J series. And I'm like, what the fuck is this doing in here? I was like, I didn't know that Saturn SUVs came with J series. I was like, what the fuck is this doing here? He's like, look, he takes a fucking 10 and takes the fucking plastic engine cover off that says Saturn. It says Honda Motor Company. I was like, what? I was like, are you shitting me?
And I'll probably anchor it to that.
Is that Chemical Guys? What, the pressure washer? No, it's just one off Amazon.
So likely what I'll do is I'll probably build just a cradle that goes from here to there. I'll do that on both sides, and then we'll just come up with a motor mount. And that way the motor mount's on the inside of the exhaust manifold. I could just dump this thing out to a turbo right here, or even right there. We just put a turbo right up on there.
Aldo says, hey, Shades, when you moved your battery, was the cranking a tad weaker? Not at all. Dude, my cranking, for the past fucking, 2 years, I've had the battery relocation in the trunk. It's been fine. And now, it could just be the battery's dying out, The battery's just a piece of shit because the Odyssey battery is not a good choice. It has 175 cold cranking amps. A stock RSX battery has 310. That is not good. So like me and Cam were talking about, he's like, mate, think about it this way. He's like, when you crank over your car, the starter is probably using half the cold cranking amps of the battery. So if you had a stock 310, that'd be about 155. You know what I mean? So if you got a 175 cold cranking amp Odyssey little baby battery, it's going to be using half that, you know? It's going to be using way more than half that.
All right, folks. You saw it here first. I know one guy who was doing something similar to this. He just stopped. He just stopped out of nowhere. I don't know why. Fell off. Find a way to support it. Just a minute. See if I can find something to put under that.
Wild style. Supported.
There it is.
Yeah, it won't give me a damn link. It's a Max Shine Snow Foam Cannon Foam Lance. Debating on installing my exhaust and header. Yeah, I have a cheap ass Napa power battery. Yeah, I would say make the leap and get something, you know, with enough cold crank. Dude, you want my honest opinion? I don't know if these batteries are super safe. How's my camera not focused? Hi. The fucking anti-gravity batteries, Christian was recommending that to me. They're so expensive though, but they waste, dude, the weight savings alone and the cold cranking amps and the jump start feature, it's almost worth it. But it's just so much money for a fucking battery. You know what I'm saying?
That solid pitch stop mount to really have that much of an effect, but apparently it did. I think I mentioned it before, but I just want to make sure. Likelihood is I'm going to make an engine mount.
Step up the cable gauge. Don't use amp cables either. Well, like what I'm using is Summit Racing's battery relocation kit. I think it's either 0 or 2 gauge wire. I can't remember. It's big. It's thick ass wire though. You know what I mean? I think what it is, it's the run of the car. It's how long the cable is. I think that plays a factor. I don't think when you use really thick cables, I don't think the run is so bad. I think it's the Odyssey battery. It's 175 cold cranking amps is nothing. That's like good enough for like a fucking motorcycle.
Got a lot of room to work with. A lot of room. Way more than I thought we were going to have. Now, yeah, it does sit up. So, meh. I don't really care.
I use solid core from Home Depot 3.0 gauge. I use 4 gauge. My shit cranks good. Won't notice. But where do you have your battery relocated? Is it all the way in the trunk or is it in the bumper or something?
The J Swap. It was done by yours truly.
Shit is meant for 240 volt AC. Damn.
Well, I mean, I can tell you everything about it. You have to make the
I use 2 gauge. Monkey Wrench says trunk. Yeah, for yours. I'm at Tommy Lou. He says the shit cranks good with 4 gauge. 4 gauge is
I'll probably just spend a day or two just kind of looking at it and thinking and trying to decide.
bumper behind. Yeah, see, that's not 4 gauge is going to work fine for that because that's up close to the charge harness, like going all the way to the back of the car, like 10 feet. And 4 gauge to the starter, alternator, and fuse box. I cut like 7 feet. Damn, 7 feet.
My analytics says that it's mostly guys.
Yeah, every time I say what's good, guys, I always think in the back of my mind if there's actually a girl out there, she's probably like, what the fuck, man? There's a couple girls that watch the channel. Not many, though. All this says mine's in the bumper. Yeah, you guys are gonna be fine. I think it's the long cable run. You got to use really thick gauge wire for the trunk. Yeah, it's all snaked. It's all snaked around, tucked in the carpet. Wait, why is it inside the cabin? If you said you have yours in the bumper. Are you talking about the rear bumper? I'm so lost now. A rear bumper behind the plate. Okay, I see. I didn't see the rear part. It said REA.
Take a piece of steel. Probably about that thick.
Dude, why's my camera?
I bet that'll work.
You piece of shit.
Push flywheel out. Machine it so it goes around the crankshaft, just like I did before. And I've got one right there, so it's not like that's going to be difficult to to get all the measurements for that and to do it just like I did before.
Dude, this video is mind-blowing. So much work involved.
I don't hide parts.
And the part that pisses me off, dude,
Stay tuned.
this is a fucking innovative video, right? World's first Subaru Forester with a J series, right? Hasn't even hit 1,000 views in almost a year. That chick gets on my nerves, man. Like people that like wrench and like innovate, you know what I mean? Do some shit that's never been done before. We don't do good. But sit some bitch in the passenger seat with some big titties. Girlfriend's reaction to my fucking shit box. And that shit'll blow up tomorrow, 20, 30, 40,000 views. So sad. Mediocrity thrives, guys. That's all I'm saying. All the gimmicks thrive. So stupid. Silicon for flexibility. Aldo says I have hella footage. That's why I wanted to be tuk-tuk. I wanted to be tuk-tuk. Bro, cleanest build ever. All the tucks. Monkey Wrench says, yeah, I was paying the ass to design all this shit. I'm honestly surprised the lack of interest. I bet the minute it drives, it'll go viral. The interior is super clean too. See, that's what it comes down to. It's like an 18-minute video, which isn't even really that long of a video. Some of my videos are 40 minutes long, you know? And with editing, it'll be 4 or 5 hours of footage, and I'll edit it down to like 30, 40 minutes. And people have an attention span that's about this big. If it's not new parts that they want to buy, but they don't want to or can't afford, they'll watch like unboxing videos do really good. Install videos do really good. And I'm talking like formal, you know, like install videos, not my install videos. The idea is the ultimate fan rig. I want it to be strong enough to haul the Miata to drift events. Hell yeah. I do have another J series I was thinking of swapping into the Miata after I blow the 1.6 liter or just get tired of them. And J swap Miata, good God. That thing's going to be taking everyone to Gapplebee's. See if I can find this fucking... I hope... I'd be happy if Lowe's had a... They had a foam cannon of some sort. Let's see. Not that it's much to be proud of, but on the I-40 the other day, the Miata held its own on a roll race with a 2016 Mustang GT, which is sad because it's only 6 PSI. Just got my wastegate spring kit in. Dude, 6 PSI on a Miata, like on a 1.6 liter versus a big old fucking 5.0 liter, brother. You know what I mean? That's pretty good, honestly. Even though it's a lighter car, like there's no replacement for displacement, brother. Let's see. Surface Max 3700 foam cannon. Looks like they have it. But see, the problem is, that's a problem. I didn't think about that. When it says pressure rating like 3,700 PSI, this fucker is only like 2,000 PSI. You know what I mean? Is it saying it's max its max. I would assume that's probably like its max PSI. Yeah, it says works with pressure washers from 1600 to 3700 PSI. I'm going for 18 PSI. Oh, man. Mind you, I have a big block and shit. Yeah, if you search the $500 turbo car challenge, you'll see my twin turbo SBC 13S truck I built for $800. Damn. Wild style. Oh, let's see something quick on this fucker. Yeah. Bitch, get in there. Fucker. Truck was $350. Twin turbo system cost me about $400. Fuck yeah. Went from 18.6 in the quarter mile at the fastest I could get it while in a 13.2 after fucking twin turbos. You know, just picking up like, 5.4 seconds in the quarter mile for a couple $100. Fuck. I wish DC FODs were like that. Fucking crazy. Like my fucking intake box cost 2 times that much. And it probably got me 10 horsepower, maybe. Max speeding rods. Do they make turbos? I didn't even know they made turbos. That's wild style. Bro, it cost 104 per turbo. That's insane. How long did it hold up for? That's some funny shit, bro. All right, so I got a picture of the foam cannon. I can get one of Lowe's. Yeah, see, I knew that was going to happen because I didn't want to. Those soap tanks seem like a mad gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really weird setup, too. You got a left and a right tank, and you got a nozzle between the two, right? Like, what would you be using where you need to have 2 different detergents? You know what I mean? Like if I were to use it, it would be car wash and car wash. You know what I mean? Like what would it be? I don't understand. But yeah, foam cannon, like man, the foam cannon costs $35. Hey, what's up, cigarette machine? I blew it up at about 30 minutes into the runs. Right after the 13-2 run, it blew. It was meant to be ignorant and go as fast as possible and blow up. Honestly, again, I expected more views, but man. Dude, my tech took a completely stock RSX, right? Took a completely stock RSX. He put 150 shot of nitrous on it. It made it fucking 3 runs. And he ran like, dude, I think he ran like low 13s, low 12s or something. I can't remember what the hell he ran, but it's funny to think like the rule of thumb with nitrous, like let's say you got a 300 horsepower motor. Let's say you put 150 shot on, it's half the horsepower, the nitrous cut the horsepower in half. That's pretty much what you can run semi-safely. And an stock RSX Type S probably has about 180 wheel horsepower, and he put a fucking 150 shot on it. You thought it would have blew up the first run. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. Like, that's how you know a K series and Honda motors, specifically a K series, they're so fucking tough. Let's see where we at. I think I did 6 back-to-back runs, popped that cylinder, 8 ringland. It went through the turbo. Same turbo as the one boosting the Miata right now. Damn. That's crazy. This man. Let's see, go back. I'll give it to Max Peter as they make a durable exhaust wheel. Dude, that's fucked. I've always kind of thought their stuff was like subpar. I've seen like their coilovers and stuff, but I mean, I've never used any of their stuff. That's the funny part. So I can't really talk. Yeah, this fucking this phone cannon looks pretty decent. This is why we have Lowe's credit cards, guys. I have their forge rods for the Miata too. Damn, so they make stuff. That's crazy. Like, I thought they just made like cheap coilovers and, you know, shit like that. Ugh. I almost want to test these soap tanks just to see what they're like, just to see if they're any good or not. Did you ever try a monkey wrenching? Or are you just like, nah, fuck that? These shits are trash. This shit ain't gonna work. Because I feel like it's always better. Like, if you think about it, that's getting piped in to the plumbing system before the water gets to, you know what I mean? Like, it's in the middle somewhere. So, like, how would I describe it? If you have a foam cannon on the very end of the wand, that's like outside the system, you know what I mean? It's at the very end, basically. Like, I feel like that's going to work better. All the pressure and all the, you know, clean filtered water and everything's going to get all the way to the very end of the wand. Then it's getting filtered through a fucking a cannon. I'll have a review video of the foam cannon out either today or tomorrow. Hell yeah. Yeah, this one at Lowe's, you know, I mean, it says it works with pressure washers from 1600 PSI to 3700. So, yeah, no, it's got a fully adjustable fan pattern and flow regulator. So, $30, you can't really go wrong. And they have 8 of them available at Lowe's. So, that works for me. Ugh, man, I feel sluggish as a motherfucker. Can't believe it's already 2 p.m. Grab some more coffee. Be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Let's see. I feel you. I'm up at 4 a.m. every day to hit the true gym, kicking it with my kids all day. And then a few hours, I see my wife when she gets home. Somehow I got car stuff in there. Finally got the damn Nissan Cube flywheel in the mail. So now I can make that video and finish and sell that piece of shit. I was about to say, I was like, Nissan Cube. I was like, what's that? It's like, what are you going to do with that? Push that bitch Thelma and Louise style off a cliff. It wasn't a bad car. It just served its purpose and needs to go away. Yeah, I always like when I see the Nissan Cubes, I'm like, y'all ripped off Honda Elements. True story. You were gonna SR20 swap it. Well, that would instantly make it cooler. Gotta clean out my wallet. What is all this shit? All these fucking receipts. Jesus, all these receipts, man. The fuck is this? What the fuck is all this shit? Bro, I got the wife a SRT8 Magnum instead. Yeah, that's a step up. Now the grocery getter has a drinking problem, but Hemi Life, bro, it's a one out of 555 ever made. Oh, that's fucking cool. Yeah, 1 out of 500. That's like how is this? GameStop. Yeah, that boat is that's Last of Us 2 sucked. Too much agenda. Yeah. Oh, fucking like my grandma, she has a fucking Fiat 500, one of those little ass smart cars, but it's a fucking Gucci edition one. Only 1 of 500 made. And people like, she's had that thing for like 7 years. And she's still like every day somebody's like coming up to her like, can I take a picture of your car? It's so cute. People see my car and they're like, what is that loud piece of shit? Everyone's trying to race me. Like, I'm not even talking like legit race, you know, like a sports car versus a sports car. I'm talking like old Todd and his mom's minivan, like, want to race me. Like, it's no contest. I don't even try. I'm like, pooh. Somebody in their Ford Equinox wants to race. Sick. Damn. Gina is big balling. She is. All right, and this is like 3 weeks of receipts just chilling in my fucking wallet. No wonder my wallet's feeling fat. It wasn't the money. It was all the evidence of spending money. And now we got an empty wallet with a Lowe's card. If you watch my last upload, you'll see my neighbors probably hate me. Oh, shit. Could you imagine watching someone's vlog or something? They're like, what's good, guys? Good morning. We're going to work on the SRT8. See in the background, like, fucking asshole. Throw that shit down. Dude, when I see Arizona is such a trip to look at for like anybody that doesn't live out like in like a desert style climate. You know what I mean? Like Arizona is a fucking trip. Like when I look at the houses and like just like the landscape and the geography, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? My neighbors just laugh. They're really all cool about it because I don't rev my shit until I leave the neighborhood. Yeah, see, like back in the day through this neighborhood, it's like straight suburbs. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call it like typical suburbs. The houses are pretty spread apart and stuff like that, but it's pretty like, you know, freaking suburban yuppie land. Bunch of golf shirt wearing motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? Bunch of Karens running around, soccer moms and shit. But back in the day with the silver car, I gave no fucks, dude. I'd come through this neighborhood, ripping it, fucking going crazy. And now, like, I don't do that. I don't know why. I don't know if I got older. I just got more respectful or whatever. Don't want no trouble. Guys, I haven't been pulled over in like 8 years. I haven't been pulled over. Not got a ticket. I haven't been pulled over in 8 fucking years. Like, I feel like the next time I get pulled over, I'm going to have a meltdown. I'll be like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. He's like, didn't even tell you what you did. You got a taillight out. I'm sorry. If you watch the video Cruise to Oatman, you'll see a canyon I run a lot. It's a legit old Route 66 in the middle of nowhere. I have 0 tickets on my record. Gangster. Chris B says, knock on wood right now. Yeah, there it is. Every time I get pulled over, they always feel bad and don't want to ruin my record. I feel like that's why they don't pull me over. They're like, damn, 8 years? Who the fuck ain't been pulled over in 8 years? This guy's fucking skating on ice. What did you say the video is called? Excuse me. Hey, you're the first video that pops up. Winning. Yeah, you're out in Arizona. Like old Broke Dad's out in Arizona. He goes to this one canyon run called Mount Lemon, however you want to say it. But yeah, he's always talking about how that's such a badass canyon run.
This year, all I wanted to do was go for a cruise in my Miata with my brother in his Miata. We did that. Went out open, my favorite room. That was really cool. Got to go with my wife and my kids as well. So that was also awesome. It was just something I really like to do. I don't know about you guys. I know most of us are. That's way south of me. I'm along the Colorado River up by Vegas. Right. And for me, it's Tommy Lou says, does he have a channel again? He does, but it's not like fucking whatchamacallit. He's not really like uploading or anything. I think he's pretty much like, I wouldn't say done with YouTube, but it's not like his old channel where he'd have like, you know, post up the DC5 videos from back in the day or the Type R footage and all that stuff. You know what I mean? He's got the fucking, what's that thing called? The fucking Tourex Buick wagon and shit like that. You know, different paths for different people. But, and I think he was looking to find another DC5 as a project. He misses the DC5. And he posted up a video, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, how, you know, he's putting that on a big ... because the way things are going, you know, it's 2020. You got fucking election coming up. You got all this crazy shit going on in the world. It's really not time to build a project car, you know? He's more concerned with,
keeping his family safe, buying guns and ammo, and preparing for fucking political and nuclear and fucking mental meltdown mode in this country, in this world, which I don't blame him, honestly, man. There's a lot of uncertainty out there, guys. Like, any guys that don't, if you don't own a gun or your family member doesn't own a gun, you should probably hop on that. Because I'm not saying I'm like Switzerland. I'm neutral. I'm not for any political party. But I gotta say, Joe Biden sounds like he would be the fucking worst president on planet Earth. And that's coming after we've had President Trump. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democratic. I'm like a fucking alien. You know what I mean? I believe in my own value system, my own the way shit should be system. And it doesn't match up with any president we've ever had. You know? So I don't know, guys. We're living in weird times. We're living in some motherfucking feverish times. Chris B says, I got a Sporter 22. What you gonna do? You gonna Christmas story him? You gonna Red Ryder BB gun him? Hana Man says in the middle, crazy people. That's what I'm saying. You gotta find the yin and the yang, the balance mode. You know what I mean? Like there's not a such good thing as all Republican or all fucking Democratic or all libertarian or any of this shit. I'm straight independent. I don't vote. I don't believe in that. I've never seen a candidate on a ballot that I'm like, yeah, I believe in his message. You know? Yeah, I never thought Trump wouldn't be the worst choice. Laugh my ass off. I'm what they consider libertarian. Small government and leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, literally. That's like libertarian is not a bad party, but look at all the people that think they're libertarians. All these motherfuckers out there that are like borderline retarded. I mean, like that's where the term libtard comes from. These people that think they know everything, right? They think they know everything and they don't do any homework. It's like, we're going to protest. Well, what are you protesting for? I don't know. I'm here because my friend's here. Well, tell me about the cause. What's going on? Well, like something happened and like there was some evidence, but like I don't know what it is exactly. And I don't really know, but yeah, I'm mad. It's like, really? You're not even, you're out here fighting for a cause or something? You don't even know what the fuck it is? It's called herd mentality. It's so fucked. The idea is good, but the issue is liberals. They're not classic libertarian. Exactly. Like, you know, when I think of like, you know, some like Tea Party motherfuckers, like, you know, like you're saying, like, you know, stay the fuck away from me. I'm keeping my guns, you know, stay the fuck back. You know, I'm living my life. You live your life. That's pretty much what libertarian means to me. Self-governing. As opposed to liberals nowadays, they say they want to defund the police. They say they want to defund the government and dismantle the government, right? But then when the shit hits the fan and they ain't got no money, they ain't got a job, and they ain't got fucking lights, and they ain't got fucking food, they're going to be like, oh, me, what am I going to do? Come back, government. Like, I'm not saying the government's perfect by any means. The government's actually pretty fucked up, but you know, all I'm going to say, I'm like I said, I'm in the middle. I'm not for anyone or against anyone. Well, I'm not for anyone on either side, honestly, pretty much. But when was the last time you got free money? Like, and I'm not talking signed up for food stamps or some shit like that. When was the last time you got free fucking money sent to you in the mail for absolutely nothing? It was this year. And before that, when was it? Fucking never. So I love how these people, you know, talk shit on the current president, but they accepted that check. You know, they took that money. See, if you didn't like the president and you were talking shit on the president, you know what I mean? the morale, like the correct morale thing, if you had morality, you would have took that check and burned it. I don't want your fucking money. I don't like you. You're a bad president, right? Nah. They fucking they took that check and guess what? They spent it. Because $1,200, guys, to be completely real with you, $1,200 is nothing. Like $1,200 that's gone in a long, like a week, a month, whatever your situation financially is. $1,200 ain't shit. Think about how long we've been in this COVID-19 bubble. Months, several months. $1,200. In my opinion, depending on your geographic location and cost of living, you need a minimum, I would say a minimum of $1,000 a week to live semi-comfortably. You know what I mean? So you got to make about $4,000 a month, $3,500 to $4,000 a month to, live comfortably. I'm not saying you couldn't squeak by with less than that, but that's a rough estimate. $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. You can probably live pretty decent. If you're in California, that's a whole nother fucking story, but Yeah, it's a weird line to sit on. I've never called the cops for help, but I know we need them because kidnappers, serial killers, pedophiles, and shit. But I don't need some angry dick with a gun getting mad at me for your seatbelt. Yeah, for real. It's a weird line to sit on. Honda Man says they're terrorists, defunding the government and police. Tommy Lee says, interesting. My Grinch says, I get tax breaks for my kids, not going to lie. That's how I built a lot of my cars. Thanks, government. Assholes. $1,200 ain't shit. I could swap a motor in a day and get $3,500 cash. When I do mobile auto repair, I make bank. Nah, here in the desert, it's cheap. My house is maybe $700 a month here, $150K to buy. Yeah, see, depending on geographic location, for sure. Because I know some people in Florida, some people in Arizona, some people here and there in certain areas. Yeah, your rent's like fucking less than $1,000 all day. Here in Richmond, do you know how much a one bedroom apartment is? It's easily $800 a month for a 1-bedroom little shitty apartment that you're never gonna own. So, and that's lower level. Like if I were to get rent a house or something like that in Richmond, that shit would be like $1,500 a month easy. Screw says, what's up, Screw? Has anyone here even had to call the police for an emergency? They come like an hour later. It's disgusting. The idea that we need cops to protect us is absurd. Yeah. I think things need to be changed, but you got to think it depends on the area you're in. Cause I've seen cops show up in 10 minutes easy. Not for me, but somebody gets hurt or something like that. They got a fire engine, a fucking ambulance, and a police car getting there pretty quick, honestly, here. But we have a lot of off-the-grid living, which is illegal in some cities, is normal here. That tiny house, trendy bullshit, that's normal life here for a lot of people. My parents' business has been victim of armed robbery, and the cops came like an hour late, and the station is like 5 minutes from their business. Dude, that right there is fucked. Screw, if you don't mind me asking, which ethnicity are you? I'm not saying anything derogatory. I'm just curious because that would say a lot about the police. Are you a white guy? Are you black? Because that would show the whatchamacallit, the stereotype of who they're protecting or who they're serving. Fucking everything's so fucked. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm from Portland. You want to talk expensive and overpriced? Fuck that place. You should come through where I live. Highest property crime in the country. Our cops are on the spot. Chris B says Portland is a lot like Washington State. That's where I'm at, taxed out. Dude, Portland, back when I was in high school, my fucking dream was to move to Portland and go to art school. They had this fucking art school that's pretty badass. And, you know, back in the day, you had up Northwest area, you had like good music scene, good art scene, good skate spots. It seemed like the move. And then somewhere along the line, Portland got really trendy. And I was like, fuck that place. Screw says, yeah, my dad was born in Pakistan, but my mom is white. So, yeah, they probably see our business as not a white business. Possibility, man, because you said they're 5 minutes away. That's pretty fucked. Unless they had a busy day. But, like, armed robbery is like a big deal. Somebody breaks into a store, like, cops here are going to be on that shit, you know? Like, I got a story for you guys. Back when I was a hellion rebellion motherfucker, right? Back in high school, we used to go skate inside the middle school, okay? Because it had awesome stair sets and handrails and shit, but it's inside a school. And this is before cameras, you know what I mean? So on the weekends when it was closed and there was no janitors, nobody there, sometimes people would leave a door open. Like, you know, somebody's little brother goes to middle school, like he would like fix the fucking door so like it wouldn't close, it wouldn't lock. So then we'd be able to go there Saturday or Sunday, go in the door and fucking skate for hours and nobody knew, right? So this one weekend, the door was locked. Somebody caught on and I was like, nah, fuck that. I was like, we're skating today. It's raining outside, right? So I fucking climbed up this pipe, got on the roof to this window. And I was like, I bet that window's open. It's on the second story. Why would they lock it? Well, they locked it. And then I was like, man, fuck this. And I took my skateboard and smashed the window, shimmied in, unlocked the window, came down and unlocked the door. And we went and skated. Now, here's the kicker. Fucking some lady was walking her dog on the track and field around the football field. She heard the smash and she called the cops. So we were in there for like a good 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes or something like that. I can't remember. So we were like, dude, we should probably get out of here because you smashed the window. So we're about to go out the front. We see a cop car in the front patrolling. And we're like, oh, shit. So then we go out the back. There are literally 10 cop cars, all got guns drawn, got fucking canine units. And we all were like, oh, shit. And fucking scrambled, dude. So like two of us ran this way, two of us ran this way. And me and my friend, we ran straight and kind of to the right, but it's like in a basketball court and it has like 30-foot fences. So I was like, oh, we picked the wrong fucking way to run. So literally this cop is like less than 10 feet away from me. He's like, get down on the fucking ground. He's got a fucking Glock in my face. And I'm like, I just like stop and freeze. I'm like, this motherfucker might shoot me, right? This motherfucker might shoot me. Okay. So I stop. This motherfucker hip tosses me on the ground and fucking slams me on the ground, dude. Like I'm talking, he hip tossed me. Like it hurt like a bitch. Fucking handcuffs me. And we were all under 18. So then they start interrogating us one by one, like on the ground. A couple of us got away, which is crazy, you know. Fucking, this is the funniest part. I fucking made this story up. I was like, we were just skating in there, man. The door was open. And, you know, some other kids were there too. Like, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that smashed the window. We didn't smash no window. And we just were here. The door was open. We didn't like break in or anything like that. So fucking my story matched my other friend's story because like he knew how I thought. He knew that I was going to make some shit up like that, right? And it was almost verbatim too. He's like, some other kids were there. They smashed the window. We just came in this door right here. So then it gets to this one kid who's like our friend, but he's kind of a douche. And he was so scared that mommy and daddy were going to, you know, he's going to get in trouble with mommy and daddy. He's like, it was all him, and pointed at me. He's like, he's the one that broke the window. I had nothing to do with it. I just came in and skated. I'm sorry. I was like, you motherfucker. This is how people get shivved in prison. So you want to know why they were so keen on you know, like they responded that fairly quickly and were like guns ablazing. They thought we were stealing computers. They thought we were stealing stuff out of the middle school. They thought we were like gonna like steal the computers or turn over the fucking soda machines and like try to steal all the money out of it or something like that. Like, no, we were just in here skating. They're like, skating? You're breaking into schools to skateboard? I was like, yeah, it's raining. Where are we at? Art Institute is where my ex-wife went. Yeah, like Art Institute of Portland or whatever it is. Yeah, I almost wanted to go there. It's so expensive though. I'll admit she got a good art education. Honda Man says, welcome to Norway, most expensive country to live in, or at least top 5. The police here also suck, but it is racism. It's just that they suck. Tommy Lou says, must skate. Skate is life. Haha. I used to do shit like this too. Tommy Lou says, same story to me, but it was a citizen's arrest neighbor. Oh, hell no. If some citizen tried to come up to me and be like, well, you're under citizen's arrest, I would have fucking decked him with a truck. Been like, citizen's arrest? Self-governing. You're fucking dead. Take your hands off me. Honda Man says, how good is Skate XL? It's kind of hard to describe. It's a super fun game. When it's going right, it's going right. But okay, so like, how would I describe it? All right, so like, let's say my camera will focus. The way you pop, like this is your left foot and this is your right foot. Okay, so when you're pushing back down here, that's like your dude like getting ready to pop his foot to make it jump up. So if you have it down, it should stay down. You're not going to pop a trick. I had like probably 20 times last night where I had the stick down and my dude popped anyway. And it was getting really fucking annoying. But other than that, you know, it's pretty good. It's a little overpriced though, I'd say. $40 is it's a little overpriced. I think $24.99 would have been a good spot to put it. They got the old tip. No, just big guy grabs my shirt when I was hopping the chain link. Monkey Engine says, I just bought it. Nice. Yeah, I didn't even know it came out yet until I saw somebody playing it on my friends list. And I was like, yo, that's out? It came out yesterday. Only thing I don't like about the possibility of it, it's a single player game. They should have made it where you can play with like a friend and your friend could be like the filmer or something like that. Or you could play Skate, you know? Playing Skate on that game would be like having an aneurysm. Like, oh, kick, flip, back lip on this handrail. Like, you'd pretty much, it would pretty much either be a dead even match, or if it was like, you know, you kept, let's say you try a trick, you're first, you try a trick, you make it, and then your friend doesn't make it, or he does make it. Whoever's leading would pretty much win, because you could do tricks and your friend would have a fucking aneurysm trying to replicate tricks, because the tricks are difficult to do, honestly. Like some dude popped up in the chat last night and he's like, do a tray flip front nose grind. And like, I actually did it. You know, I did it within like 15 tries maybe, because it was a big ass handrail. It was a handrail with a downslope kink, goes to a flat and then goes around. And that shit was difficult to do. Weakness. I was hoping it was multiplayer. Maybe they'll add it if enough people buy it. The lack of interest in skate games right now is lame. Kind of stoked for the new Tony Hawk. Yeah, and it's like the old one, you know? And it's going to have multiplayer. I'm excited for that too. That shit comes out on my birthday. True story. But yeah, you're right. The lack of skateboarding interest. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand like where skateboarding fell. I wouldn't say skateboarding's completely dead or anything like that, but you see kids skateboarding now. What do they have? They have a fucking longboard. They're cruisers. They don't do flip tricks. They don't fucking bomb hill. Well, I guess they bomb hills on a longboard, but that's not, and to me, that's like you got to be bombing something real crazy to be considered hill bombing. Like I've gone fucking almost 50 miles an hour on a normal skateboard, not a longboard, no big wheels that can absorb the speed wobbles and, you know, carve and all that shit. Like I'm talking like a fucking a skateboard going 50 miles an hour on some 52 millimeter wheels. Man. For real though. Dude, we got an oversaturated skate scene over here. Lots of people and not enough parks. Damn. Where the fuck's Sadowski at? You watch Chris Sadowski? He's out in Arizona. He goes to a couple skate parks, and I think he mainly skates like spots. But yeah, fucking, he's a pretty good skater. I mean, he's not like pro or anything like that, but you know. Monkey Wrench says, yeah, he's in Phoenix. Yeah, there's probably a lot more parks in Phoenix than there are in your area, I would think. Phoenix is pretty big. We have I'm trying to think how many skate parks we have here. There's Laurel Park, there's Pole Green, there's the YMCA, which is, dude, I don't even know if the YMCA still has a skate park. Their skate park's fucked. Monkey Wrench says, I got too big and feel a bit awkward skating nowadays. Thinking of getting a new BMX though. I could never get into BMX or rollerblading, honestly. Or snowboarding. Surfing's not too bad, but hoping my kids want to skate. Maybe that'll get me back into it. Yeah, because you look at, like, you know, you say you got too big, man. There's some big skaters out there. Brian Anderson's a big, tall motherfucker. Jamie Foy is like a fucking force to be reckoned with. That dude is chubby as fuck, and he rips. And you guys don't know, I'm wearing these fucking these New Balances. These are Jamie Foy's fucking new fucking signature model. One, they're comfy as fuck, but two, Jamie Foy's the man. That dude is nuts. His fucking his rail game, big motherfucker, husky motherfucker, doing all kinds of crazy shit on a handrail. For real though, like when I saw that, I was like, dude, that guy's fat as fuck and he rips. And he's getting skinnier too. That's the crazy part. All that skating and traveling and stuff. Like, this dude ain't fucking around. Hold on, my fucking graphics card on this computer is a piece of shit. Sorry, you're gonna have to watch it in 480, guys. Like, what the fuck? Oh, God, dude. Get some. Eat it. Dude, taking like 2 falls like that and then fucking landing it, that's called putting in work. Oh my God, fucking overcooking it. Oh, yeah. Fucking Dustin Dollin looking drunk as shit. Dude, his rail game is like really strong though. He like what the fuck? The fuck, man. But yeah, y'all get the picture. I mean, he ain't like some like, you know, Kenny Anderson light-footed motherfucking 90-pound, 5'8" motherfucker. That motherfucker's a big boy. Like he's lost weight. Like he used to look like a lot bigger a couple years ago. Shit's crazy. Lots of momentum towards the bottom. Badass. That dude. That rail, I wouldn't touch that rail with a 10-foot pole. Handrails were never my thing. Like I could 50-50 them. I could board slide them, but that was about it. I never fucking dared try and like no fucking Smith grind or feeble grind or over crook or any of that shit. I used to have this one friend that he could switch heel flip anything. I'm talking like big ass gaps. He could fucking switch heel flip stuff before he could heel flip stuff. Like I didn't understand that. I said to him one time, I was like, dude, how in the fuck can you switch heel flip everything? You can't like. I was like, try heel flipping, and he's like, no, I know I'm not gonna make it. He's like, I just had this thing with switch heel flips. He's like, they're my trick. Monkey Ranch says, anyways, bro, I gotta go going, gotta tend to the kids and shit. Y'all stay fresh. Hit me up later. For sure, man. Have a good one, bro. Nice chatting. Screw says, yeah, I never did rails, was too scared. They're scary at first. I mean, like board slide's scary, but 50-50 scary if you don't lock on. You almost have a worse chance of getting hurt than a board slide. Because like with a board slide, if you fucking fly out, you might be lucky enough to get both feet on one side of the rail. And if you get like straddle the rail and like, you know, rack yourself, you could still put your hands down, you know, like try to grab the rail and try to hold yourself up. But like a 50-50, you could fall backwards and get all tangled up in the handrail. Ain't no fun. But yeah, guys, fucking I guess we're gonna wrap up shop here in a bit. Fucking go hit up Lowe's, grab this fucking foam cannon, and give this pressure washer a test. I gotta go grab smokes too. And I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it. But it was good shooting the shit with you guys. Yeah, be on the lookout for that video. Probably I don't think it'll be up tonight. It'll probably be up tomorrow, but yeah, we'll do a video on this fucking pressure washer and the foam cannon. See if they're any good. If they're not, might send it back or throw it off a cliff. Either or. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I'll catch y'all later. Be y'all.